Why is Stevie J suddenly panicking over a secret evidence leak that has gone viral? And what is the courtroom chaos surrounding Bambi? You mean to tell me that while we were out here believing that love and hip-hop was just about shade-throwing and hair-pulling, there was an entire underground scandal that you're not prepared for this one. According to sources who may or may not have Wi-Fi in the courthouse restroom, Bambi was visibly shaking as damning footage that Stevie J allegedly never wanted the world to see surfaced. Now, everyone and their mama's cousin is playing this leaked tape as if it's the imagine a reality TV movie called Zapruder. And guess who's at the center of this controversy? Little Scrappy's name appears throughout these documents, and things don't look good. Was this a setup, a revenge plot, or the biggest reality TV cover-up of the decade? Stay put, because what we're going to reveal will make you doubt everything you are aware of Bambi, Stevie J, and the courtroom circus. But let's get started. The scene is as follows. Bambi enters the courtroom looking like she's at the Met Gala, all composed and calm until the screen goes on, at which point the room falls silent and even the judge leans forward. And that's when Stevie J's face broke, because what was shown on the courtroom monitor wasn't just any evidence. It was the kind of footage that leaks, goes viral, and ruins everything it comes into contact with. But let's take a moment to remember that this wasn't just today. Oh, this courtroom confrontation is the grand finale of a drama-filled story that has been simmering since Lil, Scrappy, and Bambi's relationship shifted from love and hip-hop to law and order. Atlanta Victims Unit. Sources close to the situation are saying that this has been simmering behind the scenes like an expired bottle of Cairo. People who pose as VH1 interns and frequent the same bars as backup dancers claim that this court date was intended to be a routine family-related legal matter. But as soon as Stevie J arrived with a locked briefcase and a sly grin, everyone realized there would be no quiet hearing. Who's involved? You have Bambi standing? Lil Scrappy, whose name keeps getting dragged harder than a lace front on a windy rooftop. And Stevie J, who is accused of orchestrating a messy behind-the-scenes affair, are both accused of being involved in a scandal that isn't even his. What's the accusation? Apparently, this secret evidence that Stevie brought in demonstrates how Bambi set up Sly, manipulated court filings, and attempted to delete receipts that could have saved his neck financially and legally. But it gets worse, because the disputed tie footage, surveillance clips, and voice memos shows Bambi having some questionable conversations with people she claimed she didn't even speak to. Stevie J is the one who claims to have found the missing link and has been holding on to it, like a mixtape that no label would touch until now. Let's not forget that Stevie J and Bambi's relationship isn't exactly full of trust. They've been involved in full-blown betrayal, fake smiles, and mysteriously disappearing confidential documents. Insiders are now calling this the betrayal bomb, and it's so bad that even Mona Scott is allegedly involved. Stevie J has been subtly disparaging people backstage on social media during brunches with people's mothers watching. But no one ever anticipated him to enter court and play gotcha with a flash drive full of chaos, separating herself from an entire cast until the situation has subsided, because if what was depicted in that courtroom is true, it could ruin careers in addition to harming reputations. What was in the video? Based on anonymous tips sent to multiple blogs, we're talking about the kind of blogs that receive their intelligence. Hairdressers and hotel employees claim that the video shows Bambi discussing with an unidentified man, changing statements that could affect Scrappy's custody case. If proven, this would be considered tampering with the truth, which is a felony. The audio in Chile is even worse, as a woman who sounds uncannily similar to Bambi is heard saying, "He isn't ever going to see Let's Talk emotions," because the moment that courtroom footage emerged, and yes, someone certainly risked jail time to transmit it to a speech analysis expert, the streets were convinced it was her. This is coming, let him drown. That's what he gets for playing me. Bambi was playing 4D chess while Scrappy thought they were co-parenting. I'm crying, one person remarked on the gossip page Twitter, while another said, Stevie J dropped. That flash drive like Thanos snapping, the whole room evaporated, and even celebrities started chiming in. Stay woke. These women out here plotting harder than the feds, sir. Not the pot calling the kettle toxic. An anonymous rapper who we're 99% sure rhymes with future wrote in a now-deleted Instagram story. Meanwhile, Lil Scrappy was devastated as witnesses in the courtroom claim he sat back in his seat like someone. The million-dollar question is why Stevie J would do this and what his stake is in all of this. According to sources, his legal team was caught off guard and wasn't even prepared for that footage. This means that Stevie J did this off-script and with a vengeance, like a reality TV villain. He is sick of being used as a scapegoat by everyone. Some claim that he has been quietly planning retaliation for a long-standing feud that Bambi was unaware of. While others speculate that Stevie J may have intentionally leaked this information because he knew someone else would beat him too. In any case, the internet is consuming it, and we now have TikTok. On Twitter, let's say Free Scrappy was trending right under Bambi Gate. But the real drama is just getting started because the court has been temporarily adjourned. TikTok detectives are deconstructing the body language of the court footage, like it's a Super Bowl halftime show. YouTubers are already uploading breakdowns of what Bambi said in that viral tape. According to courthouse rumors, the judge ordered an emergency analysis of the footage, bringing in experts to determine who leaked what, pending a thorough investigation into the validity of this new evidence. That's correct. What was supposed to be a routine hearing just sparked a multi-agency probe. The chillest moment of the day came just before the court recessed, when Bambi stood up, turned to face Stevie J, and, according to witnesses, mouthed the words, "You just ended your career." This is because she messed with what and who is lying through their veneers, to which Stevie claimed to have grinned and remarked, "No, I just got started on yours." Mic dropped, and as tensions approached a breaking point, courtroom security had to intervene. Lil Scrappy drove out in a different car. Bambi was hurried out a rear exit. And Stevie J departed like he was walking down a red carpet, as though he hadn't just thrown a legal grenade into a nuclear divorce dispute. And there's where, dear viewers, things really went haywire outside that courthouse. The air was electric. The paparazzi were everywhere. The fans were yelling. The protesters were waving signs that said, "Scrappy deserves better," and the tape was free. But let's go back in time because now that the video has gone viral, everyone wants to know where this evidence came from, how long Stevie J has had it, and more importantly, who helped him get it. Chaos Stevie J dismisses cameras as if he just left a Grammy after-party rather than a courtroom battleground. This so-called evidence was never intended to be seen. It was part of a discarded reality TV subplot from a few seasons ago that was intended to stir drama but was left on the cutting room floor. With the exception of Stevie J, the anonymous tipster claims to be a technical consultant for reality TV shows but tweets like a barbershop conspiracy theorist. Here's where it gets messy. A document that was purportedly leaked along with the video shows text messages between Bambi and an unlisted contact discussing court strategy. It seems that he kept a copy just in case, similar to that ex who keeps your texts for receipts. But this one has courtroom-level repercussions. We need to make him look unstable. Use what you can is one sentence that describes techniques to emotionally degrade Scrappy. Another, we win if he loses it in court. Let that sink in. If those texts are authentic, it's not just treachery. It's deliberate character assassination. While Bambi's legal team is in full damage control mode, they released a statement within 24 hours of the footage, leak calling it doctored. We're using it loosely here because the handwriting might as well be tattooed with guilt, suggesting that the entire situation was planned or at the very least manipulated with surgical precision. We've reached the ChatGPT defense phase of the celebrity court drama, but this is where Bambi really faltered. Rather than keeping quiet, she went live on Instagram that same night, yes. She hit the go live button with her lashes still in, a desperate and malicious stunt by a known opportunist with no credibility. They even implied the footage was edited by AI baby. In front of more than 68,000 viewers, she stated, "Let them keep playing. You don't even know half the story. They want to frame me like I'm some villain. Cool. Until you hear what I got, you'll understand." She didn't give names, but she didn't need to because everyone knew who Stevie was gunning at. Scrappy, possibly. Even Mona Scott. And based on the deluge of snake emojis and clown presents in her comments, the internet wasn't buying it. Meanwhile, Stevie J was occupied with sharing mysterious Instagram stories, one of which featured a burning envelope, emoji, and the caption, "People don't lie, receipts do, receipts do." Then he casually posted a selfie with a courtroom badge, which is petty Olympic gold. But underneath the petty behavior is genuine fear, because several legal organizations are reportedly circling this circus like sharks now. According to a leaked email from a courthouse assistant, the district attorney's office is reportedly watching the video to see if online investigators and bloggers are already attempting to piece together timelines, with one widely held belief being that Stevie J only released the footage after Bambi threatened to expose him for witness tampering or perjury, which happened in previous hearings. If that occurs, we're talking about actual charges, not TV drama. This is war. And let's not forget Lil Scrappy. Despite his radio silence since the courtroom leak, sources say he's mentally spiraling. And close friends say he's been betrayed too many times to trust. He is accused of unrelated financial crimes connected to a failed business deal they had back in 2019. Count and is thinking of leaving all upcoming reality shows. According to one source, Scrappy never thought that his child's mother and his own mentor would work together against him. As for Mona Scott, the Queen Puppet Master, she is radio silent, which, in her own words, indicates that a big reunion is on the horizon. Some claim she is considering a two-part reunion. What's even more ridiculous is that, according to rumors, Stevie is holding on to a second drive that contains unreleased audio of someone else. Special others think she's collecting non-disclosure agreements and cutting people off before they drag the entire franchise into legal mud. It appears that Bambi trash talks not only Scrappy, but also other cast members. She threatens to burn down the entire set and reveals names that no one anticipated, including an A-list rapper who is allegedly connected to this scandal through hush money and covert payments. Who do you think wants that drive more than anyone else? Bambi's lawyer. Online legal insiders claim that her team has filed an emergency motion to prevent any more dissemination of harmful, private, or damaging content that was obtained illegally. Translation: Stevie J needs to lock that second drive in Fort Knox or get ready for subpoenas. But wait, there's more late-night, grainy footage. Appeared on TikTok and purports to show Bambi screaming in a parking garage with two unidentified males. One of them is holding what appears to be a laptop bag. She is saying, "Y'all really going to do this to me over him? I made you all famous." Some claim that it's old footage. This entire cast belongs on Snapped. Bambi's hands are dirtier than Stevie's old mixtapes, and Scrappy just wanted peace. But instead, he got Judge Judy versus Bad Boy Records, which even Mama D couldn't handle. Either way, it only serves to fuel the viral fire. A real woman doesn't plot. A fake one edits videos. The Queen of Shade herself stated on Twitter in an attempt to resist. That tweet received over 100,000 likes in a single hour. But the last straw may not even be the video. Rather, it may be a fresh witness, who was reportedly Stevie J's former assistant, has volunteered to testify under oath regarding the chain of custody of the evidence, asserting that while Stevie's version is the clean copy, the original has more, and that the original is reportedly still in a Miami hotel room safe. As a result, investigators, court clerks, gossip blogs, reality stars, and former assistants are all playing a twisted with one assistant, one hotel room safe, and one unreleased original tape. The entire circus went from chaotic to disastrous. Because if that clean copy already sent shockwaves through the courtroom industry and the internet, what's on that original insider whispering? I'm just getting started in a game of legal Jenga that the uncut version purports to show evidence of collusion between Bambi and Stevie J, as well as some love and hip-hop producers who may have assisted in manipulating real-life events for dramatic effect while also influencing court cases. One unnamed former producer referred to this as playing God with people's lives just for ratings. That's correct. So this case is about more than just Lil Scrappy being deceived in court. It's about the hazy boundary between reality TV and actual criminal responsibility, which is now leaking all over the internet. Let's talk about the legal ramifications because, according to court bloggers, a judicial review panel has been called to investigate whether off-camera coercion, including Bambi's explosive claims about Scrappy's alleged instability that he made under oath, affected or changed some of the testimonies given earlier in the Scrappy case. If those texts and footage indicate that she conspired to fabricate or embellish, we're looking at possible perjury. Little Scrappy's legal team is apparently planning a defamation action against Stevie J and Bambi, alleging deliberate emotional distress, slander, and reputational harm. Charges, and that's not all. The leaked tape that is currently spreading on many platforms despite takedown warnings is causing civil cases. In the meantime, Stevie J's attorneys are already attempting to spin things by asserting that the video wasn't leaked but rather shared in the public. Interest basically the same legal loophole used, Dan, that Scrappy is requesting $2.5 million in damages, but it's not even about the money, it's about clearing his name. Even though he has been dragging people for influence since LUP Internet, Stevie J sees himself as a martyr for the truth by whistleblowers. However, the lawyers contend that the internet does what it does best and reacts like it's the super bowl of mess with memes all over the place. One of them features Stevie J photoshopped into a judge's robe with "All Rise for the Honorable Petty King." Reads the caption. When the plot backfires and while fans laugh, some of Scrappy's true supporters are rallying around him hard. Reads another, which depicts Bambi in jail made of Luan heels. The Justice for Scrappy GoFundMe, the campaign, was published on social media by his mother, Mama D, who raised over $45,000 in only 72 hours. The message read, "They tried to break my baby, but God's court doesn't need any edits." Even celebrities are weighing in now. That courtroom footage isn't even high definition, but the betrayal was, Tokyo Vanity tweeted, incredibly clear. Young Juck, who usually manages to get into the drama, tweeted a video saying, "I was there that day, the energy was off. Knew something wasn't right." While Carly Red remarked beneath a Shade Room post, "I told y'all Bambi's been sneaky since season 4. Y'all are just now catching up." With everything going on, you would think that producers would step back, keep quiet, and reset the story. But rumor has it that Mona Scott is pushing for a live courtroom reunion special that is unscripted and all. Like, is unscripted and raw, with no edit down where cast members confront each other about. In the meantime, Bambi's camp is disintegrating. Two of her closest friends who appeared on previous seasons of Love and Hip Hop have unfollowed her and removed her from the show. She wants to film it in the same courthouse hallway where the footage was first leaked, and she is reportedly offering $50,000 bonuses for anyone willing to bring truth and tears. Under a burner account, she liked tweets and participated in group chats about her exposure, saying she believed she could control the narrative, but truth doesn't need a filter. Boo! Additionally, there is the anonymous whistleblower who sent a mysterious direct message to the court informing them of the initial drive in Miami. Reddit users are claiming that they are doing this for the people Scrappy has helped over the years and that they are sick of seeing decent men destroyed. For TV ratings, they have even hinted that there may be more unreleased video, including voice notes, audio recordings, conversations, and even text chains involving Mona herself. Indeed, fans are divided into three camps at this point. Team Scrappy, who feel he's been duped and deserves complete vindication. Bambi, who feels the whole situation is exaggerated and that she's being used as a scapegoat. And the chaotic neutrals, who don't care who is at fault as long as according to people close to Scrappy. This isn't just a trending moment. It's a betrayal that will change his life. He is thinking of writing a candid memoir, which one insider said has the working title Unscripted Pain, the truth they never aired. If that book is released, who will need popcorn and prayer? Stevie J may have believed he won by releasing the video first, but now he's being investigated for potential evidence tampering and even retaliation, leaking a legal gray area that could backfire on him. Bambi is now dealing with public backlash, lost brand deals, and increasing rumors of legal repercussions. Scrappy is finally gaining public support, but the harm to his reputation in custody case could be permanent. And Mona, oh Mona, the queen, behind the scenes may have gone too far if the original footage reveals producer meddling or manipulation of actual. We wait for the Miami Drive subpoenas and NDAs to leak friendships and secrets that will make headlines, because this courtroom soap opera could have ended with the cancellation of Love and Hip Hop as we know it, the syndication pulling reruns, and the replacement of the reruns with apology documentaries. One thing is certain though, the truth isn't finished yet. In this drama, Truth is the messiest character of all. So now that all the chaos has subsided, new footage appears, new reactions blow up, and new sides take shape. There are no saints, just villains with better lighting and confessionals with better microphones. We had to ask the real question during tax season: who is really to blame? Was Bambi always planning behind closed doors while grinning on camera? Or did Stevie J just pull the most chaotic Uno reverse in reality TV history? Masks are off. The footage is out, and reputations are collapsing faster than a Love and Hip Hop contract. It was planned from the beginning by those who understood that genuine suffering sells better than staged drama. And more significantly, how many more tapes are in safes around the nation waiting to go viral, because it's obvious that this wasn't merely a court case. Rather, it was a full-fledged production with betrayals and a larger audience. It's your time now. Do you think Scrappy was set up, or was this just a clout-chasing move by Stevie J? Is Bambi a skilled manipulator, or is she simply caught in the crossfire of a larger game? Leave your hypotheses in the comments, reveal your forecasts, and don't be shy, because obviously no one otherwise is. And if you believe this to be the final secret is about to be revealed,